So an intelligent piece has gone to rest. Before I finally say what I want to say, it's good for us as parents to give our kids what can make them go through life, even when we are not there. The only challenge is, if I was the one resting in this casket, Mananga would have been the happiest body around. The happiest. Today we traveled from, where's that place? We went for Kabusu in a beautiful vehicle. And I was telling one of my in-laws here, this one is in Uganda, what do we call each other? He's my Musange. I said, but awake, because that's the word I always use on people. I said awake. If I was the one lying on that thing, and this young man was the one organizing this, I would have been very, very happy. But now you see, I'm going to have this, and probably the last one. Because who will organize this for me? There are others, but I don't know whether they will do it. By the time I should be going 6 feet underground. Please bear with me. I've said a lot of things. Many of them are maybe just blah, blah. To my daughters-in-law, before I say the last thing, the passing on of Raphael should not be a testament to your division, whatever thing. Because you have my kids. Actually, now that Raphael is not there, there's only one biological work I cannot do. But the rest I'm going to be for you about Raphael. Yeah, because why? They have my children. Isn't it? Yeah, they have them. We must support you because we must step in the shoes of Raphael. And kindly allow me to do that, because in English we have a saying that an abnormal behavior in an abnormal situation is normal behavior. So when I have behaved abnormally, kindly forgive me also, because I was dealing with a very abnormal situation. Very abnormal. Very abnormal. Even now, if I have behaved abnormally, kindly forgive me, because the situation is still very, very, very abnormal. I have a young man there, Jeremiah. Kindly stand up. We see you. Stand up, please. You come here. Pass like this. This gentleman, hey, maybe you climb here. Here. Yeah. This gentleman here is called Jeremiah. And this gentleman can speak very good English. But one of the things he can say when he wants to tell you that what you are doing is not good, he says, what you are doing is badly done. Badly, isn't it? Isn't it? So, if I've also done things badly, kindly forgive me.
Kale, extra digest mugoba nsonga abanyabane basebo lunaku lwaleero nga bwe twabasuubiza nti nno ebyo ebinaba bisobose okutambula ku nsonga zo munnamateeka omugenzi kati Raphael Okioti tujja kuba tubikutuusaako. Tukomyewo still ku Eklezia Katolika eya Bruno n'omutukuvu Yosefu wano Eruzira wabadde okuyimba misa ey'ekitiibwa nga omubiri gwe weeguli nga bwe mulengera abantu emabega wano bagukubako eriiso evvannyuma ekitaasobose olunaku olwajjo olw'ebyo ebyabaddewo era ebyetondeddwa olunaku olwaleero oluvannyuma lw'omukyala omu Faith Kwagala ng'ono ye mulamuzi owa kkooti ekyenjojo olw'ebyo ebyabaddewo okuba nti nno kigambibwa nti nno yalemesezza abooluganda okuba nga omubiri gwa Okiyot bagutwala oba okuguleeta wano ku Eklezia Katolika okusobola okumusabira. Wabula era omulamuzi ono Faith Kwagala asobodde okwetondera abakungubazi n'eggwanga okutwalira wamu olw'ebyo ebyabaddewo, era ategeeza nti olw'okuba naye muntu kisaanidde asonyiyibwe olw'ebyo ebitaatambudde bulungi. Mpozi era taata naye asobodde okuba nga ayogerako eri abakungubazi Aworiyo Paul nga bano abategeezezza nti ye nga taata awulira nga obulumi alina bw'amaanyi olw'okuba nti nno mu kkula kwe yayagala okuzaala abaana batono basatu, bwe bataba basatu babeere bana, era Mukama yamuwa abaana bana. Wabula tutuuse olunaku olwaleero ng'omwana ow'okusatu agenda kwebakira eringi abikibwe saamusaamu, olunaku olw'enkya abe ng'asigazza omwana omu yekka bw'ati. N'olwekyo obulumi obwo era wasabidde abavubuka abakyasobola okuzaala, kubanga mpaawo ky'otegeera kiyinza kujja olunaku olw'enkya nga Katonda akireese. Abakungubazi babadde bangi okuva mu Siga Eddamuzi, bannamateeka, abayizi ku Uganda Christian University, emikwano, eŋŋanda agatako abakozi mu prison eyo taata owa Okiyot gye yakola akaseera akasingira ddala okuba akanene ng'aweereza eggwanga. Taata era alaze obulumi nga omuzadde eri omwana, naga nti yalowoozanga nti nno yajja okusooka okukkirira ku lukuusi ew'omutaka Ssenkaaba omwana we abeerewo waakiri amuziike, naye tekisobose yagenda okuziika omwana. Bw'atyo n'asaba abakyala ababiri, abakyala ba Okiyot okusobola okuba nga bakolagana baggyewo obumulumulu, ekibanga kiganye kyonna bamuyite asobole okuba nga atuula mu masekkati gaabwe abasaasire era abaluŋŋamye. Wabula abakungubazi kata enseko zibaggwe mu biwanga wabategeeza nti ebisigadde byonna nja kubibayambako, naye ate temutuuka mu nsonga eri ey'okwagala omukwano ate ne munkubira essimu olw'ensonga nti nja kujjanga taata. N'ebintu ebirala bingi ebyogeddwa olunaku olwaleero. Omugenzi agenda kuziikibwa olunaku olw'enkya olw'omukaaga sayidise eza Ebukedia.
As they come to speak to us, continue to remind us that the burial will be in Bukedea. We know that Teso is grieving, so this whole weekend, all roads are more or less leading to Teso. We lost Dr. Tom Okuwamba, who is being buried tomorrow in Akadot, in Kumi. We also lost Dr. Alika, who is also being buried over the weekend, and those are now senior people. And then we have a young man also who has died. And we pray that you're able to join the Teso community in Bukedea so that we can send off our fallen brother. So we'll be listening from her worship, Faith Kwagala.
Dear fellow mourners, greetings in the name of the Father, Holy Spirit. The leadership of this church. The leadership of this church, my family from Bukedea, the judiciary, government officials, politicians, legal community, and my family. All protocol observed. My name is Worship Kwakala Faith. I and Raphael have been together since 2012. I thank the Lord for the life and the moments I've shared with Him. Raphael has left for babies in this world. And just yesterday was one of his son's birthday. Raphael was so supportive to me. We were so excited when we acquired that new car. He told me that we have to go and check on our son. For some reason, he bought a birthday cake. We drove to Ginger, and the son was so happy to see him. Raphael sang for his son, happy birthday. Much as the real birth was actually the 18th, I didn't know. That actually it was on Monday in the night he came back home. We had supper together. Little did I know that that was the last supper that he was having with me. That was the last supper that he was having in this world. When we went to bed, he requested me to set my alarm, and I wondered why, because he also had his phone, but he insisted, which I did. So in the morning when the alarm went off, he woke me up now on Tuesday, and he said bye to me. He told me I am going to go to Entebbe, and I'll be back because we had some other things we were supposed to do later in the day. Little did I know that that was his last bye. Special thanks to everyone who has reached out, to all those, the friends who were there at the scene, the residents of Okuwamba, the media, and my special thanks goes to His Excellency, the President of this country, Yoweri Museveni, who reached out to me. I thank you very much. And he also condoled with the family. We thank all the forces, the UPDF, police and police. Lastly, I would love to love the judiciary. Thank you for standing with me in this trying moment. There has been quite a number of falsehoods going around. We are all humans. Where I went wrong, I am sorry. And on behalf of Raphael, since he was also human, if he ever offended any of you, I pray that everyone releases him. Raphael, bye. Tony wants to say something.
Faith is my mother. Raphael was a close friend and a brother. I didn't start with him, but we connected so well. Most of you that saw my tweet post, we have ever survived an accident with Raphael, Echipa, and Jesper in the same car. He was a good friend. My role today is to just ask my in-laws. I'm married to an Itesot, and Itesots are good people. Uncle Martin, Papa, Toto. People get depressed when they lose their loved ones. Then on the other side, people get depressed when they lose their loved ones. We just ask for forgiveness. Whatever happened, Raphael wouldn't have wished to see what happened in between us friends, colleagues, and the close relatives. Just allow the colleagues to send off Raphael in a very respectful way. I just beg you, Uncle Martin, thank you so much.
For sharing with us those very kind experiences that you shared with the deceased. At this juncture, I wish to invite our second last speaker, who is none other than Patience.
Good morning, everyone. All protocol observed. I don't know where to start, but I'm going to thank all of you for standing with us through this trying period. I'd probably write an entire novel if I had to write about Raphael. So, to many, he's Raphael, he's Okuwamba. To me, I chose to call him the one name that I learned from Toto, which was Junior. Everyone always wondered why I called him Junior, but because I felt his young spirit that he had lived in him, even at his age. I met Raphael while at campus. We had good memories. Throughout our journey, God blessed us with two amazing babies, my angels. Tendo, also known as Elizabeth. Tendo was actually named after Raphael's late sister, so she's Adoni Elizabeth. And then Paul was named after Papa, he's a 1 year Paul. I honestly don't know what to say. I received this news when I was out of the country for my studies. It is those buzzing phone calls that come in the morning due to the time differences, and people are just telling you, please keep away from media, you need to find your way and be calm. I thank my parents. Thank you so much for ensuring that I managed to be here and celebrate the life of Junior. I honestly have nothing much to say, but pray for all of us. Like Faith said, Junior has left not only my children, but has as well. So support all of us in any way that you can. Prayers mainly. There is nothing in this world that can hold us strong more than prayers. I know for a fact that prayers will take us a long way. Mainly for my little girl. I don't know how she's going to go through it, because to her daddy was everything. I've not had a hard time preparing a speech in my life, like preparing how to break it to her that the father that she had been with just a few days back was no more. I remember the words she said to me were, "Mommy, you're joking." She repeated those words 3 times, and she burst into tears. Last night when I thought all was settled, she comes to me at 1 a.m. and she tells me, "So Mommy, when are we burying Daddy?" At that moment I knew it had sunk in, but I knew she was not yet strong. So please hold us in prayer. We really need the prayers. Papa, thank you very much for standing with me. Amy, Auntie, it is well. It is well. We shall go through it. Thank you all, and may God bless you.
This is Emanuela. Before we came here, she told me to help her in case she doesn't manage to say this. And this is Paul, her little brother. She says, "My name is Elizabeth Emanuela Tendo. I'm 7, Adoni, yes. I'm 7 years old. My daddy was a good daddy. I'll miss you so much, Dad. Paul will miss you too. May our God give you rest in eternity. We thank you."
Thank you again very much. I'm so glad for all your support. My friends, you're a strong team. Thank you. Thank you.
We are unfit to climb up. The church, all mourners, you are so dignified that I'm just unable to do anything less than saying protocol observed. You know, sometimes we cover ignorance through nice words. And I'm also trying to do exactly that. Cover my inability to comfortably identify and recognize each of you by saying protocol observed. So kindly accept. Before I speak, let me request Mama, who is my in-law, to say a few things. Then I will give my short speech. The long one will be tomorrow. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Fathers, thank you very much for hosting us all this time. Dear mourners, I don't have words to say, but I only want to go down to my knees and thank the friends of the late. They have become our sons. Please continue being with us to the end, so that you make us always remember we had our junior who made good friends, and he has left us with the friends. They said we should not have wrangles. We don't have any wrangles with anybody. We don't have any problem with anybody. Whatever happened, happened. That is that, and it is a bygone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will request each of them to just give their names so that I don't make a mistake in church in saying a wrong name. By name, I'm called Paul Aolio. The conclusion I will give as I finish. I'm just going to request to do 3 things. The first thing will be to express my gratitude. The second thing will be to say a few words about my friend here, this gentleman. You have talked a lot of nice words. I have a lot of nice words about him, but I will just say a few. Then I will conclude. So, as the family of the late Okuwamba Raphael, whom we fondly up to today, up to last, call Junior. Why? Because he was given a name after my late dad. But because the other gentleman was still alive also, we said no. In our culture, we don't utter people's names when they are so big. So we coined Junior to say Okuwamba Raphael, but when I say Junior, I am talking about you. When I say Papa, I'm talking about the other gentleman. And so he has remained that. This gentleman, Junior, has been my son. Actually, those who know science better than me will explain why a man may have only one son and 3 daughters. I don't know. But he is my only son. So he is my son. He is my counsel. Actually, he has been my counsel until last Wednesday. You know, in life you can't be perfect. So sometimes you collide with the law. Whenever I would collide with the law, I would say, my dear, counsel, things are not going well here. Then I would call him Owechitiva, what do I do? And like you have said it, the friends have said it, this gentleman is a classical, selfless gentleman. He has never charged me for his legal services. Even when I would stubbornly ask now, how much are you charging me? Never. He would only tell me, you know what? I'm putting you in my IOU diary. Then one day you'll pay it. And I say, be blessed. So the gentleman has been my counsel. And most important of all, he has been our friend. You know, in the family, this gentleman is one man who needed an introduction for you to know him. He's with the kids, he's with the old people, he's with the mamas. Incidentally, in case I may forget this, young men, when I talk about mamas, that he was with the mamas, this gentleman practiced the habit of visiting each of them with akatono gazira muliso. Now, because of that, there is a lot of breakdown waiting for us there in Kachumbala. As we go, those who go, please prepare very well for the breakdowns that will be there when we shall not have the vehicles to carry them. People are broken down because of this gentleman. Like a sister who passed on in 2015, kindly bear with me if I take a little bit longer time because of two reasons. I may never have another chance to talk like this because I don't want to pray that this happens to my last friend, that is much. Kindly stand up, watch TV. Just stand up and then you sit down. That lady is one of the 3 girls that I had. Now she's the only surviving one. Actually, we shall begin baptizing our survivor after all this is done. She's the only one left. But the other one who passed on in 2015 would do like Raphael was doing. I don't know how they agreed. They come home, they do their things to everybody, then they don't tell me. And the reason would be, maybe Daddy would complain and say, why are you doing this? I would tell them, no. If that is in your heart, you must know that the bigger dose is in me, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm grateful for the life of Raphael, because Raphael is a son I brought up. We brought up. I brought up because I happen to be very tough on discipline. Very tough on discipline. But very soft on them. They know it. If you do me well, you have done nothing wrong. You can even tell me lie down. I'll lie down, you give me my kibokos, maybe 2, I stand up. They know it. But if you have done wrong, you will not like the next second. So that's how I brought these kids. And I'm happy, I thank God that He gave me the chance to bring them up in a way that now I can listen to their stories. Even if it is at a time like this. It's good to be told, this gentleman was very good. This gentleman was very kind. Actually, he was very intelligent, that is true. I'm a bit intelligent, but this gentleman was extremely, extremely intelligent. I realized it when, after doing, of course, primary missed first division with 1 point. He got 13. On level, he got first division. And our big men in front there will testify. There was a class who was in, they were 23, and all the 23 got first division at O level, at Kisubi Seminary. I took him to the seminary to get that dose which many of us don't have. It is the way the seminary gives it is Panadol and chloroquine and Peniv, in the way that you remain permanently chloroquine, Panadol and Peniv. And that is what has happened to this gentleman. A-level, the same thing, he passed and went to university. But before we went to university, I had a financial challenge. So I told him, my dear, you first go to LDC as we wait to mobilize. When he went there, he goes to first class. That's why when I took him to UCU, with the due respect, UCU is a very good university. When I took him there, they told me we are going to give him interviews. He said, but this man is very intelligent. They said, no, it's our procedure. Then they asked me, you say you did a diploma in law? I said, yes, sir. What did he get? I told him he got first class. I said, what? I said, yes, he got first class at diploma. They told me, if that is true, run for that paper, we shall not give him the interviews. I ran for the paper, I brought it, and this gentleman was admitted without interviews being given to him at UCU Mukono office. Now, as if that was not enough, when he finished his law course, he had to go to LDC. And you know the routine there. Things are so rigorous. When he was one of the last 300 who sat for the final interviews, what are they called? My brain is jamming right now. The oral interviews? Pre-entry. That gentleman passed the interviews. But his testimony to me was, Dad, I've passed. But you know, among those who passed, I got 76 marks. And I was number 1. Now, don't quote me outside the church. If it was not that he was number 1 in that group, he wouldn't have joined LDC because I wouldn't have had the money to pass it through other doors to enter there. Yes. But what am I trying to say? In so many useless words, the gentleman is a very intelligent man. So an intelligent piece has gone to rest. Before I finally say what I want to say, it's good for us as parents to give our kids what can make them go through life, even when we are not there. The only challenge is, if I was the one resting in this casket, Wananga would have been the happiest body around. The happiest. Today we traveled from, where's that place? We went for Kabusu in a beautiful vehicle. And I was telling one of my in-laws here, this one is in Luganda, what do we call each other? He's my Musange. I said, but awake, because that's the word I always use on people. I said awake. If I was the one lying on that thing, and this young man was the one organizing this, I would have been very, very happy. But now you see, I'm going to have this, and probably the last one. Because who will organize this for me? There are others, but I don't know whether they will do it. By the time I should be going 6 feet underground. Please bear with me. I've said a lot of things. Many of them are maybe just blah, blah. To my daughters-in-law, before I say the last thing, the passing on of Raphael should not be a testament to your division, whatever thing. Because you have my kids. Actually, now that Raphael is not there, there is only one biological work I cannot do. But the rest I'm going to be for you about Raphael. Yeah, because why? They have my children. Isn't it? Yeah, they have them. We must support you because we must step in the shoes of Raphael. And kindly allow me to do that, because in English we have a saying that an abnormal behavior in an abnormal situation is normal behavior. So when I have behaved abnormally, kindly forgive me also, because I was dealing with a very abnormal situation. Very abnormal. Very abnormal. Even now, if I have behaved abnormally, kindly forgive me, because the situation is still very, very, very abnormal. I have a young man there, Jeremiah. Kindly stand up. We see you. Stand up, please. You come here. Pass like this. This gentleman, hey, maybe you climb here. Here. Yeah. This gentleman here is called Jeremiah. And this gentleman can speak very good English. But one of the things he can say when he wants to tell you that what you are doing is not good, he says, what you are doing is badly done. Badly, isn't it? Isn't it? So, if I've also done things badly, kindly forgive me.
Wabulira tugenze okutuuka wano olunaku olwaleero nga wenyini Rafael Okiot weyafunidde akabenje enkumba. Waliwo akabenje akalala akaguddewo olunaku olwaleero luno. Motoka ebadde etambuza abaana bweremeredde omugoba waayo naye n'alinnya pavement yennyini bw'atyo n'asobola okuba nga atomera motoka eya buyonjo. Ebyo nabyo tukyagezaako okuba nga tubigoberera, ebinaba bisinzeewo tujja kuba tubikutuusaako mpola osobola okuba nga otegeera butya ebintu ebitambula n'amawulire bwe gatambula. Kitalo nnyo, kitalo ddala ekya Rafael Okiot. Family, emikwano, eŋŋanda, abakomwena tubasaasira olw'obuvune n'obulumi bwe mulina n'okusingira ddala taata yazaala abaana 4 ng'olwaleero asigaza omwana omu, mukama gwakyayazise omukka gwassa mu kaseera kano. N'olwekyo kitalo nnyo, kitalo ddala. Nze Sesanga Bate the Great ndine Dan Mugoya bwetu tutambudde okusobola okuba nga tukutuusaako ebyo ebibaddewo ku mugenzi Rafael Okiot.